Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy, and today we're standing here in front of my built-ins that I still have not fully decorated yet. I have been taking lots and lots of trips to the thrift store to pick up some pieces, and also a piece that I recently got from Marshall's. I've put up here, but this shelf typically has teacups on it, and so that just tells you that I need to do dishes. I'm gonna do some dishes as soon as we finish talking. But that's what this lets you know up here. I actually use my teacups quite regularly. I'm using one right now. I'm actually heating a little bit more water. This one I got from England. My sweet friend's mom got that from me. You guys, I love this so freaking much. Anyway, so I do use all of my teacups, but the reason I'm standing here in front of my half decorated book shelves is because this is what I wanted to talk to you about. So for the month of October, I've set 2 goals for myself. One, first of all, we're calling October Oasis October, okay? September was self-care September. So this is Oasis October, and that's what I want to do for the month of October. I want to turn my home into a completely beautiful oasis. It's obviously going to take me longer than the month of October, but the reason I made this such a goal is because I moved in here in June, but I wasn't expecting to move, so I depleted all of my funds. I paid everything in cash, but I had to take some time to pay some bills and to build my emergency fund back up. And so now that we're there, I'm ready to start spending more money on my apartment. So I have a list of things that I want to get this month. So I am going to be making my apartment into my little oasis, and I'm very excited about it because I have a ton of ideas. We got a lot of Pinterest boards saved, but I haven't pulled the trigger on anything because, like I said, I wanted to make sure that I had all the other stuff taken care of, and then I don't want to go into debt doing this, so I'm going to be doing everything in cash. So anyway, I am going to be adding a lot more things to these shelves. This top shelf up here, I kind of like it just the way it is. This is my very first cozy mystery series that I ever read, and I have it turned around backward because all of the books are a very different color, and I just like the way it looked with just the pages turned to me. And so that's why I have it like that. And like I said, there are more teacups that go up here. This is my TBR shelf. This will be filled with pictures and plants and things like that. And then down here, I have a shelf that's really messy, but it's gonna be this shelf where all of the books I've already read are down here. Then at the very bottom on the floor, also really messy, I'm gonna put 2 baskets down there, and they're gonna hold things like coloring books, crayons, and board games. That way when my family and friends come over and we kind of want to do any crafting activity, or we want to play games, they'll be right here. We can just grab the ones that we want to grab. So that's the goal for this area. But I am standing here showing you my TBR shelf, okay? I have started several books this year, and I haven't finished them. I'm actually reading one right now. Hold on. Icing on the Murder by V.M. Burns, Valerie Burns. She goes by V.M. Burns, Valerie Burns, and Callie E. something. I'll try to remember to put all of them in the description box below. I actually met her about a month ago at the Bookstore Novel, so this is a signed copy, and I love that for me. So I started reading this. As you can see, my little annotations here. I have a bookmark that kind of matches the cover as well as has a dog on it, because if you've read this series, you know that Baby, the Mastiff, is just like a huge character in the story. And so I got that sweet little bookmark that matches the cover a little bit. And then these are my annotation flags here. We are standing right next to the air conditioning. I'm gonna try not to scream at you, but I hope you can hear me. Hold on. I'm freshening up my tea. This is my cute little tea kettle, so I'm just freshening up my tea. I am drinking Black Cask Bourbon by Herney & Sons. Let me show you. This is what I'm drinking. It's one of my favorite ones. So anyway, I want to finish this in the month of October. I'm just going to finish all the books that I've been reading all year, but I haven't finished, that I actually want to finish. Some are just true DNFs, but some of them are just books that I just got so busy and so anxious and so weighed down that I just didn't finish them, and I don't have a good reason. So I want to go ahead and finish them before I get started with the November and December reads. Okay, so we have Icing on the Murder by Valerie Burns on the list to read this month. Okay, y'all. Okay. Where did I stop in this book? Okay, so I stopped on page 238, Annotation Flags. This is The Personal Librarian by Marie Bennett and Valerie Christopher Murray. Victoria Christopher Murray. Holy smokes. I'm gonna tell y'all why I stopped reading this book. This is one of the best books I've ever read. I haven't finished it, but this is one of the best books I've read. This is historical fiction. I forgot to say this is cozy mystery. Okay, this is historical fiction. It is about J.P. Morgan, a real person, and his personal librarian, Belle DeCosta Green, a real person. Belle DeCosta Green is passing as a white woman. She is black. She's passing as a white woman, and her relationship with J.P. Morgan reminds me a lot of mine and my boss. Now, my boss and I we get along very well, and we work together very well. So Belle and J.P. Morgan get along very well after they work out some kinks. And same thing with my boss and I. We had a lot of kinks to work out when we first started working together, because I have a strong personality, and obviously so does he. Then he told her, is this a spoiler? It's probably a spoiler. I'm not gonna say what he told her, but he told her something one day, and I was like, oh! I threw the book across me, and I was like, hell no, that does not remind me of me and my boss. I just needed a minute, because even though you could see that coming in the book, for it to happen, I was like, oh my God. And I'm on the edge of my seat with this book, because I'm like, does he know? I think he know, y'all. I think he knows she black. First of all, I have fallen completely in love with historical fiction. Second of all, any book about someone passing is a good book to me. I don't care what you passing as. If you're a man passing as a woman, you're a woman passing as a man, you're a black passing as white, you white passing as black, you straight passing as gay, you gay passing as straight, I don't care. Those books are so fascinating to me, because it really delves into the human psyche, and this book really talks about how it must feel to be Belle and her family, because they're all passing. This book is so good. They're not all passing. Let me take that back. They're not all passing, but they all know that Belle is passing. They all know. Even her extended family knows that she's passing. I literally have 100 pages left to go in this book. I think I want to finish this one first. I think I want to go ahead and finish these 100 pages first. Oh, this book is so good. Also, I think it's Victoria Christopher Murray who wrote Harlem Rhapsody, which I started listening to that book and I stopped, because that book is also historical fiction. It's also about real people. It's about W.E.B. Du Bois and his mistress. And it's so good that I didn't want to listen to it. I want to physically read the pages so I can annotate it. So I'm going to purchase that. I may not purchase it for this month, but I may. Well, no. We just gonna make that the third book that I started this year, haven't finished, but I want to finish. Okay. Harlem Rhapsody. It's such a good book. It's the same thing. It's historical fiction. I just need to read that book. But these two, we're gonna start with this one, and then we're probably gonna move to this one. Now, am I gonna read all these books in the month of October? I don't know. I might. But I might. So let me show you everything that I've started that I haven't finished. So we have 3 so far. Icing on the Murder, Personal Librarian, Harlem Rhapsody. Then we have Death, Taxes, and a French Manicure. This is also a cozy mystery. So this cozy mystery was part of my A Cozy a Month TBR that I created for myself that I absolutely abandoned in January. I'm gonna show you the January read in a minute. This is the April read. I started each month reading the book that I had set for that month and didn't finish it. Can I just tell y'all about how life be going? Y'all know, y'all had the same type of life. Anyway, I did listen to this book on audio. I don't love it, but I want to know what happens. Does that make sense? So this is going to be like the last thing I pick up to finish. This is also an autographed copy. It's not autographed to me. I bought this book from the bookstore in Nashville, and so it was signed. I won't annotate this book because this is not a book I'm going to keep in my library. Like these books I plan to keep, so I annotate them. If I own a book that I know I'm going to keep, I'll annotate it. If I know I'm not going to keep it, I don't. Typically, I keep signed copies of books, but this one is not a book that I love so much that I want to keep it just because it's signed. So I'm not annotating it. I'm going to finish it. I'm probably going to finish the audiobook version of it because I just don't see myself sitting down reading this small print. And I don't necessarily love it, like I said, but I do want to know what happens towards the end. I don't remember the main, oh, Tara. Tara is the main character. I was about to say, I don't remember her name. She is a tax agent that's going undercover trying to help somebody else figure something out. It's kind of unrealistic. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. So like I said, I'm just not excited about it. If I get to the end of the month and I've finished everything, then I'll finish listening to that. But if not, I'm gonna pick that up. Okay, what else? Okay, so my January read for A Cozy a Month was A Spoonful of Murder. And you guys, I actually vlogged this book, reading this book. I even made a homemade soup that I went step by step sharing with you guys. I just didn't finish the video nor the book. It was just not a great time in my life. I was insanely busy at work and I was filming for the sake of keeping my word to myself, but my heart wasn't in it and the video just wasn't coming out well. And I just thought, I'm not gonna put this out. So I didn't put it out, but I was thoroughly enjoying this book, and this book has a few recipes in it as well. This is a cozy mystery as well. It's the first in the series. It is a Soup Lovers Mystery series by Connie Archer. So this is the first in the series. So this is also the first in the series. I really curated the heck out of my Cozy a Month for 2025. I am going to do the same thing again for 2026. I'm gonna go in, and what I did was I curated cozy mysteries that I'd never read before, and I made each month a different cozy, but the book that started the series as well. So I had this set for April because it's about taxes. It's the first in the series. I had this one for January because it was cold in the soup season, and it's the first in the series. And then, okay, no, that's all I have for that. But so that's how I curated that. I love my Cozy Mystery a Month list for 2025. I'm going to pull it back out and redo it for 2026. But obviously I need a new April and a new January, so I'll figure that out as the time goes. But I do want to finish this month. I don't actually see myself getting to this one, to be honest with you. So these two we're gonna put on the very back burner along with Harlem Rhapsody. So for sure we're gonna finish these two. Okay, let's keep going because there's a lot of books I have started but haven't finished. My second book, girl, not my little praying baby. Sit down here. So my next book that I started in the month of April was Assistant to the Villain, because April's Administrative Assistance Day week is in April. And I thought this was so funny because my boss is a villain. He's not. He's super sweet. He's not. And I started, this is what I would consider a cozy fantasy. I typically don't like cozy fantasies, but I really like this book. But life and work didn't allow me to finish it. I for sure want to finish this book in this month. So this is Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. And this is the first in the series as well. I think there are 3 or 4 books in this series now. And it's just the cutest thing ever. I do see myself finishing this for the month, but I'm not sure. These are for sure 3. Then we have 3 maybes. These are 2 maybes plus Harlem Rhapsody. Okay, let's keep going because there's more. There's more. So, is this the last one? This is the last one. The Art of French Murder, Mastering the Art of French Murder by Colleen Cambridge. I specifically remember going to Novel to pick this up because I had seen it so many times. And I thought, oh, they look so good. I love Julia Child. Do y'all hear me? I love Julia Child. I love her story. I love who she is. I just love Julia Child. I used to watch her all the time. And so I picked this up because this is about her. This is An American in Paris mystery. First of all, have y'all ever seen the musical An American in Paris with Gene Kelly? One of the best movies. I'm a musical lover. That is one of the best movies I've ever seen. I love that movie. And so all of this just made me giddy. This is a fiction, cozy mystery all cozy mysteries are fiction. This is a cozy mystery about Julia Child and her sidekick, her neighbor. I love this. Let me read the back of this to you actually. Hold on, let me get my glasses. As Paris rediscovers its joie de vivre, Tabitha Knight recently arrived from Detroit for an extended stay with her French grandfather, is on her own journey of discovery. Paris isn't just the city of lights, it's the city of history, romance, stunning architecture, and food. Thanks to her neighbor and friend, Julia Child, another expat who's falling head over heels for Paris, Tabitha is learning how to cook for her grand-père and oncle Rafe. Between tutoring Americans in French and sampling the results of Julia's studies at La Cordon Bleu cooking school, Tabitha's sojourn is thoroughly delightful. That is until the cold December day they return to Julia's building and learn that a body has been found in the cellar. Tabitha recognizes the victim from a party given by Julia's sister Dort the night before. The murder weapon is recognizable too, a knife from Julia's kitchen. Tabitha's eager to help the investigation, but is shocked when Inspector Marvey reveals that a note in Tabitha's handwriting was found in the dead woman's pocket. Now, from the shadows of the Tour Eiffel in the child's tiny kitchen to a grungy street of Montmartre, Tabitha navigates the city hoping to find the real killer before she or one of her friends ends up in prison or worse. So that is what the art of French cooking, mastering the art of French murder, an American in Paris mystery is all about. There's also 2 or 3 books in this series as well. Like I said, I definitely enjoyed this book. I think it's 2 more in this series. And oh gosh, I didn't start this in June of this year. I started in June of last year. So we're gonna put this all the way to the back because this is last year's. This is 2024's problem. We don't want to drag this into 2025, even though I'll probably finish it, but we're not gonna worry about it for the month of October. But yes, this is another book on my TBR that I need to finish, that I want to finish. So I am really being nice and kind to myself by giving myself these 3 for sure books to read in October of 2025. Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. The Personal Librarian by Marie Benedict. Did I say Marie Benedict first? I don't even know why y'all be listening to me. Marie Benedict and Victoria Christopher Murray, and Icing on the Murder by Valerie Burns. These are the 3 books that I'll be reading in the month of October, or finishing in the month of October. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for a little bit. I really appreciate you. And let me know what you're reading in the month of October. Are you finishing some books? How many books do you have in your TBR? That's my TBR, y'all, and there are about 5 books in the mail. I is who I is. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, beautiful.